In Iraq, America's staunchest allies in the battle against ISIS are Kurdish fighters known as the Peshmerga, but they are growing frustrated with what they say is lack of U.S. support. Holly Williams is in Erbil in northern Iraq. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. We travelled to near Mount Sinjar in remote northwestern Iraq with Kurdish forces to land they recently recaptured from ISIS militants.
The Peshmerga are the foot soldiers in the fight against ISIS, facing off with the extremists on a 600-mile-long front line. They're Kurdish soldiers, and in Iraq they have the best track record of defeating the militants, but they're massively outgunned.
The Kurdish forces say they've clawed back 1,500 square miles of territory from ISIS since December, and they've done nearly all of their fighting relying on small caliber weapons like these.
We've lost more than 1,000 Peshmergas, and somewhere around 5,000 have been wounded.
Masrour Barzani, the Kurdish National Security Advisor, told us 70% of those deaths could have been prevented if the US would give the Peshmerga the hundreds of armoured vehicles they want. So far, they've received just 25.
Of course, they all praise the Peshmergas and thank us, but that is not enough. We need the equipment. Let's not forget, I mean, this is a war. The enemy doesn't wait. They're not waiting for us or for our allies to provide us with the right equipment.
The armoured cars would even offer some protection against the biggest killer of the Kurdish fighters, car and roadside bombs. In a battle last month, ISIS attacked them with 14 car bombs in just one day.
What do you say to the families of those men who have died, whose deaths were preventable?
These are our heroes. We need to protect these heroes, and I think they are the heroes of the free world, and it's the responsibility of the international community to protect them.
How many of your men have been killed by ISIS?
Well, so far, unfortunately, we've lost more than 1,000 Peshmergas, and somewhere around 5,000 have been wounded.
And were any of those deaths preventable, do you think?
Most of them were preventable, but unfortunately, because of the lack of the right equipment, many of the Peshmergas had to fight without having the proper protection.
And what do you need to protect your men?
We need two sorts of weapons to protect the lives of the Peshmergas. So having the MRAPs or the armored vehicles and the right gear to deal with the IEDs to defuse the bombs, they are outgunning the Peshmergas. So equipments or weapons like tanks, helicopters, any armored vehicles with heavy machine guns, that would give the Peshmergas the possibility not to only protect their lives but also to defeat the enemy much quicker.
So you have a 600-mile-long front line with ISIS.
That's
How
correct.
many armoured vehicles do you need?
Any modern army to fight an army like ISIS, whatever they need, I think the Peshmergas would deserve to have the same thing. So we need enough vehicles to protect all the Peshmergas.
Hundreds?
Hundreds, so absolutely.
You have a very close relationship with the US.
Yes.
When you're talking to American officials and saying we need armoured vehicles, what do they say?
They never say no, and they know exactly what the Peshmergas need and how good they are in fighting ISIS. Of course, they all praise the Peshmergas and thank us, but that is not enough. We need the equipment. The reason for the delay in delivering this equipment, or the decision that's not been made to give us this equipment, that is some answers that we are also looking for. We don't know exactly why it's not been proceeding as fast as we want. And let's not forget, I mean, this is a war. The enemy doesn't wait. They are not waiting for us or for our allies to provide us with the right equipment. I mean, they are taking advantage of the lack of this equipment, and they're able to cause more harm and attack while we are not well equipped. So really, I don't know the answer, and we want to know why Peshmergas are not getting what they need when they deserve to be fully equipped.
The reason the US is reluctant to directly equip the Peshmerga is that the Kurdish people want independence, and helping them angers both the Iraqi government as well as the authorities in Turkey, where there's a large Kurdish population. But that leaves the Peshmerga desperately under-equipped.